Hi, my name is Lene Hill, and I'm here to do my oral history interview speech. Here I have my three uh, index cards that are only written on one side and not the back. The person that I choose to do my interview on was my grandfather, Marvin C. Sr. Marvin was born on February 7th, 1942. He was the only child to the late Claire C. and Marvin C. He is currently the father of 6 children, 31 grandchildren, and 15 great-grandchildren. My grandfather graduated from Havre de Grace Consolidated School in 1960. It was a blacks-only high school. From there, he went to the Marine Corps, where he served a number of years, and then he went and worked for a company called Paul's Utility, which he worked for over 40 years and retired at the age of 65. He was the main lead man who laid all of the water, utility, and sewage piping for construction. When I asked him to tell me about a time that was significant, an event that was significant to him in his life, he told me that there are many to choose from being 73 years old. So when I asked him to give me a specific event that was specific to him, he paused for a minute and then he said that would have to be November 4th, 2008. I said, "Why is this date important to you?" He told me because that is the day that our 44th president, Barack Obama, was elected the President of the United States. I said, "Tell me why this means so much to you. What about that means a lot to you?" He said, "Because what I read in the history books is what he actually lived through. He lived through a time where colors only here, whites only there. He lived through a time where he had to watch his father walk many miles to work every day until they were able to save for a car, because at that time where they lived, the bus was for the whites only." So to see a black man become president to him is one of the most prized, memorable moments that he will ever remember. I asked him, what makes this so prized? Other than knowing what you've been through, what really reels this in for you? He told me, because up until you've seen certain blacks do certain things, the black people didn't understand how strong their voice was. Until you've seen the acts of Martin Luther King and Malcolm X and Reverend Al Sharpton, the blacks didn't really understand that they had a voice and they had rights and that they could be heard. And then they always felt as if their possibility were closed off. So now to see that a black man is the president of the United States of America, which is the highest level that you can go, lets black people know that there are no limits. The possibilities are endless. So then I said to him, well, we've come a long way, and with all the black CEOs and entrepreneurs that you see these days, do you really feel as if President Obama becoming president really makes that much of effect to you or me? And he said, absolutely, and you would be a fool to not believe so. He said, it's just like when a sailor is coming in and you see the lighthouse on a foggy night. You know where land is already, but sometimes seeing that ray of light is a beacon of hope that you're going the right direction and that you can be led in. And he said sometimes seeing and believing is all that matters. So people can talk about how great African Americans can be, but when you actually see it is what matters. And that is why having a black president elected on November 4th, 2008 was the most memorable event that he could think of, and he will die a happy man knowing that even if once we've had a black president. Thank you.